All right, back to the NBA and over to the East. After falling to the Bucks on Saturday, Celtics head coach Ime Udoka lamented a, quote, bad missed call that led to Marcus Smart only getting 2 late free throws instead of 3. Potentially that could have sent this game to OT. Smart intentionally missed the second free throw, but Boston could not convert on the tip-in. They go down 103-101. Shannon, do you think Smart deserved to shoot 3 at the charity stripe on this one?
I actually do, Skip, and I get it a lot of times, to swing through. But it seemed like it wasn't just like he was just swinging through. He was swinging through into his upward shooting motion. And in a situation like that, and how many times have we seen that Chris Paul has made a living? Chris Paul stays at the free throw line with the swing through. And seemingly everybody's doing the swing through now and getting an opportunity to shoot the free throws. The question is, Skip, and I hate this, if that's a swing through 3 in the first quarter, it's damn sure a swing through 3 with 10 seconds or however many, 6 seconds left in the ball game. So for me, yes, I do believe that should have been a 3-shot, 3 free throws, an opportunity for Smart to tie the ball game up. I don't know what the 2 minutes said. 5 incorrect calls.
They said that they got it right, that the NBA, the ref got it right.
So what are they saying? That the swing through happened before he got off the floor? That
the contact occurred before he started into his shooting motion. Right?
Okay.
All right.
I'll take the NBA words for it. If that's the route they go and Skip.
All right. So I was rooting for the Celtics. This was a huge game.
Yes.
It was on a silver platter for the visiting team to win. And I'm thinking, you're not going to. I was so disappointed in Jason Tatum by this point in the game.
Yeah.
That even though this was a split-second borderline call, my gut was on my first eye test that Drew Holiday got there in just the nick of time.
I thought that too.
Okay. Well, I meant that it was an okay call.
Well, see, Skip, when I first saw it, I was like, well, damn, Drew, why would you do that? And I thought, like, oh, man, that might be 3. They might let him shoot 3 for those.
But I was thinking he got there and hand body fouled him before the shooting, and it's split seconds.
Right.
If you'd given him 3, I would have been fine with it. But I didn't hate this call.
Okay.
I didn't condemn this call, and yet Marcus goes up there, makes the first, and shoots the perfect miss ball because they get actually 4.
He actually got it.
I know he got it, and then they got 3 tips at it, and finally Horford on a second try makes it, and it was clearly after the buzzer.
Right.
So the point was. What just drives me crazy is I keep everyone said Jason Tatum has arrived against Kevin Durant. And I'm saying, you got to show me. You got to keep showing me because this was a vintage bad Jason Tatum game. And we see too many of these.
Yeah.
4 of 19, 0 of 6 from 3.
This is the game that was ripe for the picking.
Oh,
game, you going back, you're back home.
Yeah.
So this is right there. If he goes, let's just say for the sake of argument, he goes 7 of 19. They win this game.
They win this game.
I mean, but I want to give Gary Matthews some credit. And Skip, everybody talking about, well, Gary Matthews, where was that game? He was coming off an Achilles injury. So now he's another year removed from that injury. And it seems that he's moving a lot better. Now, he didn't give you anything on the offensive end. He gave you 3 points. So you got 2 starters. One played 32 minutes, the other played 25 minutes, and they gave you a total. Grayson Allen gave you no points. Wesley Matthews gave you 3, but he gave you outstanding defense on Jason Tatum.
He did.
And so now you got Drew Holiday, because Holiday can only guard one guy. It's either Tatum. If Tatum gets going, he's going to go to Tatum. If Jaylen Brown gets going, he's going to Jaylen Brown.
Yep.
So you look at him, Skip, he's all over the place. But this game was all about Giannis. If Giannis isn't great, Skip, think about it. He was 42, 12, and 8, and Holiday shot as many shots as he did. Holiday had 30 shot attempts, 11 of 30, 3 of 10 from the 3, and he got 3 points from Matthews, 0 points. If he's not great, they're not winning this ball game. It's as simple as that.
And yet, they lost the fourth quarter 34-23.
They did.
And I thought this thing was way over. And all of a sudden, despite Jason Tatum scoring a grand total of 2 points in the fourth quarter, here came Boston.
Yes.
And they got all the way back within the quote-unquote bad call or the missed tip at the end.
Yep.
of winning the game, of stealing the game. I'm still not even sure how they did it in the fourth quarter. Giannis was pretty good in the fourth, 5 of 10 shots. That's a lot of shots to take, but he scored 11 points, and without his 11, they're going to lose.
They're going to lose. Holiday was 2 of 9, Skip, or 3 from the 3, but Jaylen Brown was sensational in the fourth, Skip. He gave you 15. Al Horford gave you 12. 2 guys gave you 27, gave you more than what the Bucks scored. Just 2 guys.
Yep. Okay. That leads to one play that I have to bring up because it drove me crazy. And obviously, I'm still raw over the Dillon Brooks ejection and suspension. But there was a play, a Jason Tatum play, where he's driving and Giannis hits him with 8:04 left in the second quarter. If we could see this, please.
Oh, the dunk?
Yeah, watch this. Go the other way. It's a breakaway. This is kind of an interesting play. And Giannis cold cocks him in the face with an elbow. Hits him in the face with his elbow. Hits him right in the nose with his elbow. And Jason Tatum takes a dangerous fall into the stanchion and re-injures his left wrist, which had been bothering him before. And for a second, I thought he wasn't going to be able to continue. But it was his left wrist. Well, help me out. How did Giannis get away without even a flagrant 1 on that play?
Because one guy is going for trying to make a play on the ball. The other guy's not even looking at the ball and just swipes the guy outside the head.
Really? Well, I thought you couldn't hit somebody above the neck region, right?
Are you complaining about the fouls?
Well, I'm out of my mind because that looked like a flagrant 1, if not a flagrant 2. That had flagrant 2 written all over it.
Well, can I ask you a question? When was the last time you saw the visitors shoot double the amount of free throw attempts as the home team?
Well, all I know is that play. That's one where help me out. Is that not a flagrant 1 to you? Oh, wait a minute. It's Giannis. I get it. It's Giannis versus Dillon Brooks. Dillon Brooks is a bad guy. He's a villain. We got to throw him out and we got to suspend him.
First of all, you know good and well superstars get calls. Well, so this is not new. It's not like Giannis is the first superstar.
This is a superstar non-call because that's a dangerous act. That is breaking the code.
That ain't breaking no code.
Well, wait a minute, he's a superstar. Look at that. He hammered him in the nose.
Skip, you know
broken his nose.
You know good well, man, that ain't no breaking no code. The man's trying to make a play.
Oh, it's breaking nose, but not code, right?
How many times have we seen Giannis get there and make that play? You remember the play that he made on DeAndre Ayton last year on the alley-oop?
Was that not a dangerous play?
Skip, look, anytime 2 guys are up in the air, yes, it's dangerous because both guys have left the floor. But you know, good. Stop it now.
Okay, I'm starting it because I just need some consistency in what I'm now calling the National Softball Association because one day Dillon Brooks swipes behind the ball at a guy who's a terrible free throw shooter. He's a 59%.
So you take that since he can't shoot free throws, we can let him swipe him upside, knock him upside his head.
Again, you got to go across and try to hit the basketball, and so he hits him at the back, brushes across the back of his head, and it's a dangerous spill. Well, what I just showed you, that's a dangerous spill right there.
But let me ask you a question. Was that an unnecessary, if you look at Giannis, he didn't swipe down on the ball. He's up there actually trying to block the ball. He's looking at the ball like, damn, I can get it.
So that gives you the right to crush the guy in the face? I mean, I've never seen anything like it before. That's at least a 1, if not a 2.
Your guy hit him inside his head.
Okay.
Wasn't even looking at the ball.
He's looking at the ball. He's trying to go across.
Looking at his ball
head. He hits him with his tricep region. He scrapes across the back of his head and he didn't knock him off balance. Look at the dangerous fall that Jason Tatum took on that play, and he hurts his wrist. I'm thinking if he's gone, then Giannis has got to be gone.
Stop it.
Eye for an eye. That's how they do it now, right?
No, they don't stop. Skip, look, can you just embrace what you witnessed with Giannis, the best player in the NBA?
Yeah, I can't embrace today's officiating because half the time I want to turn my TV off. Half the other time, I want to go in my bathroom and puke because they're ruining the game of basketball.
Yeah, they call it some bull job.
Okay. And by the way, could we quickly go back to the Phoenix game because we didn't have time to do this in our A block? Could we go back and look, please, at? Oh, hang on just a second. I don't know if we have these plays. I wanted to go back to the Booker plays that you brought up. We got 2 Booker plays because this is what's driving me crazy about the whole league now. Booker shoots a shot, gets fouled by Powell, and kind of follows through sideways and brushes him across the forehead.
Yeah, that's James Williams called that bull jive.
What is that about? I mean, do we have that? Maybe we don't have it yet. Okay, here we go. Let's try this one. Okay, this is the kind of thing I'm trying to live with. Okay, he gets fouled, obviously. Oh, and then look at this.
They gave him a
Is that
T.
not a flop?
Yeah. James Williams gave him a tech.
I got it. What is that? He just barely touches him on the side of the head on his follow-through? What? And he gets a tech for this. He gets a technical foul because Powell walks off like, I'm dying. Right?
Yeah,
I got to go to the hospital.
I mean, he barely touched him.
What? Look at this flop. And you're buying the flop? Really?
James Williams up under the basket. He's way up under the basket, but he wants to inject himself. Oh, he wants to be Scott Foster. He wants to be Kane Fitzgerald. He wants to be one of these guys unknown. And here he goes. He calls that bull jive.
What am I supposed to think of that? And then there's a later play in the game where Devin Booker's driving. I'm not sure we have it. Yeah, this is a Kleba play, I believe, where Kleba fouls Devin Booker. I hope we got the right one. And he just hammer fouls him. And I'm thinking, wait a second, he hits him right in the head.
Yeah.
Okay, well, is that not a flagrant? What's a flagrant anymore? He hits him right in the face.
Yeah.
He just bangs him across the forehead. Well, I thought, and that's nothing. That's nothing. How's that not a flagrant? I just want some consistency.
Well, you're not going to get it.
I sit and watch. I watched 6 basketball games since the last time we convened right here on Friday, and I'm invested. And I love my NBA, but I don't know what they're doing anymore. There's no consistency to any of these calls. I thought any contact that what's their word?
Head and shoulder
above the head and shoulders that's unnecessary, right? Well, was that necessary? Because that didn't get called.
Well, he said the ref probably thought Book had some hair sticking up, so
he patted it down. Help me out. I'm lost.
Man, look,
I don't know.
The officiating has been all over the place. Like I said, Milwaukee is at home, and they shoot 17 fewer free throws than the Celtics. And the Celtics